topic is muscle groups of dorsal forearm. So in this competency, we will be studying the muscle groups which are present in the forearm, that is dorsal aspect of forearm. So coming to muscles of the forearm, there are 4 groups. First we'll start with the lateral group, superficial layer. So there are 4 muscles in this group. The first muscle is brachioradialis. Its insertion is into styloid process. Its actions are flexion in the elbow joint, pronation of flexed forearm, and supination in the extended forearm. That means it rotates forearm into mid-prone position. The nerve supply is radial nerve. The second muscle is extensor carpi radialis longus. This muscle is inserted into the base of second metacarpal. The actions are dorsiflexion of radiocarpal joint and radial adduction of the hand. The nerve supply is radial nerve. Then the third muscle is extensor carpi radialis brevis. This muscle is inserted into base of third metacarpal. Action, again, dorsiflexion of radiocarpal joint and radial adduction of the hand. But the nerve supply is different. That is, it is by the deep branch of radial nerve. Then we come to lateral group, deep layer. In this group, the muscle which is present in the lateral group deep layer is the supinator. The supinator muscle originates from 2 heads, that is superficial head and deep head, and it is inserted into radius. The action is supination of the forearm. Nerve supply is deep branch of radial nerve. Then we go to dorsal group, that is superficial layer of dorsal group. We have 3 muscles in this group. First, the muscle is extensor digitorum. This muscle is inserted into one, that is dorsal digital expansion, which is a hood present over the joint, that is metacarpophalangeal joint. Secondly, it is inserted into base of middle and terminal phalanges of 2nd to 5th fingers. Action. First action is extension of interphalangeal joints. Second, it extends metacarpophalangeal joints. And third is dorsiflexion of radiocarpal joints. Nerve supply is deep branch of radial nerve. Extensor digiti minimi. This muscle is part of extensor digitorum. It is inserted into dorsal digital expansion of 5th finger and also into base of middle and terminal phalanges of 5th finger. Action. The action is common with extensor digitorum, but it is for 5th finger only. Nerve supply is by deep branch of radial nerve. Extensor carpi ulnaris. This muscle is inserted into base of fifth metacarpal. Its action: dorsiflexion of radiocarpal joint and ulnar adduction of the hand. The nerve supply is deep branch of radial nerve. Then in this dorsal group, we study the deep layer. Deep layer again has four muscles. Adductor pollicis longus. This muscle originates from the dorsal surface of radius and ulna and also interosseous membrane. It is inserted into base of first metacarpal. Action: abduction in the first carpo-metacarpal joint. Nerve supply: deep branch of radial nerve. Extensor pollicis brevis. The origin is from dorsal surface of radius and interosseous membrane distal to the origin of abductor pollicis longus. It is inserted into proximal phalanx of thumb. Action is extension of the metacarpophalangeal joint of the thumb. Nerve supply is deep branch of radial nerve. Extensor pollicis longus. Origin: it originates from the dorsal surface of ulna and interosseous membrane distal to the origin of abductor pollicis longus. Insertion: base of terminal phalanx of thumb. Action: extension of the interphalangeal joints, extension in the metacarpophalangeal joint and extension in the carpometacarpal joint. Nerve supply is deep branch of radial nerve. Extensor indicis. It originates from the dorsal surface of ulna and interosseous membrane distal to the origin of thumb extensors. Insertion: dorsal digital expansion of the index finger as far as the terminal phalanx. Its action include extension in the second interphalangeal joints, extension of the metacarpophalangeal joint, dorsiflexion in the radiocarpal joint, and nerve supply is deep branch of radial nerve. Thank you.